based on the graphs, give a possible equation for each parabola. So because we know the x-intercepts, I'm going to write the parabola in factored form. So this parabola looks, it's going up, so I know it's going to be positive. I'm just going to assume that the a value is going to be 1 because it looks pretty standard. It's not super skinny or super fat. And I'm going to say x minus 4 because we have this right here, and then x minus 0. X minus 0 is the same thing as x, so we could also call this x times x minus 4. For this one, it's going to be y equals x plus 2 for the negative 2 times x minus 2 for the positive 2. And then for this one, it's skinnier than normal, so I'm going to have y equals, let's see, maybe 3 as our vertical stretch. And here we've got negative 1/2. So I'm going to say x plus 1/2 times x minus 3/2. Aura thinks the solution to the system of equations at right is negative 2, 4, while Edison thinks it's 2, negative 2. Tristo thinks that they're both wrong. Who is correct? So we've got 3x plus 2y equals 2, 5x minus 12 equals y. So I notice that I have y by itself right here, so I'm going to substitute, and then I'll plug this in for y, not x. So we get 3x plus 2 times, instead of writing y, I'm going to write 5x minus 12 equals 2. So that's 3x plus, I'll distribute here, 10x minus 24 equals 2. 3x plus 10x is 13x minus 24 equals 2, so I'll add 24, and I get 13x equals 26, divided by 13, and we get x equals 2. Now we have to plug that back in to find the y value. So 5 times 2 minus 12 equals y. That's 10 minus 12. 10 minus 12 is negative 2. So the solution is x is 2, y is negative 2. So who's right? 2, negative 2. Edison is right. Find the equation of the function graphed at right. So we've got a y-intercept of 3, we've got x-intercepts of 1 and 3, and the parabola is going down. So I know that the line of symmetry is right in the middle, so 1, 2. So I know the line of symmetry is at x equals 1, and then I've got my 2 x-intercepts. I don't know the exact a value, so I'm going to solve for that. So I'm going to start with y equals a times x plus 1 for that x-intercept times x minus 3 for that one. And then I'm going to plug in the y-intercept right here in order to find the a value. So I'll plug in 0 for x and 3 for y. 0 plus 1 times 0 minus 3. So that means 3 equals a times 1 times negative 3. So 3 equals negative 3a. So a equals negative 1. So the equation is y equals negative x plus 1 times x minus 3. Sam collected data by measuring the pencils of her classmates. She recorded the length of the painted part of each pencil and its weight, so just the painted part. Her data is shown at right. Describe the association. So is it linear? I think it's linear. It's creating a line. It's positive because it's going up. It looks pretty strong because it's all bundled in here. It's not very spread out. There is one outlier. at this point right here, about 2.2, comma 4.5. Make a conjecture or guess about why Sam's data had an outlier. So this is the length of paint, and this is the weight of the pencil. So this pencil had a length of paint that was 2 point something, and that was in centimeters, and the weight was 4.5. So one reason could be that the pencil is extra heavy. So one guess could be the pencil is extra heavy. For some reason. Or it could be that she measured in inches instead of centimeters, because inches are bigger. So 2 inches would be a lot longer. That would be equivalent to many more centimeters. So Sam created a line of best fit. This W equals 1.4 plus 0.25 L, where W is the weight of the pencil and L is the length. What does the slope represent? So the slope equals 0.25. So that tells us that for every 0.25 centimeters, oh no, let's see. So the slope is the y over the x. So that's 0.25 grams over 1 centimeter. So that tells us for every 0.25, or for every 1 centimeter of paint, so every time you move over 1 centimeter of paint, you would expect the pencil to weigh 0.25 more grams. Sam's teacher has a pencil with 11.5 centimeters of paint. Predict the weight of the teacher's pencil. So I'm going to plug this into the equation. So the weight equals 1.4 plus 0.25 times 11.5. So W equals 1.4 plus, let's see, 0.25 times 11.5 equals 2.875, and then add that to 1.4, and we get that the weight equals 4.275 grams. What does the Y-intercept represent in this context? So the Y-intercept always represents the value on the y-axis when the x-axis is 0. So this would be the weight of the pencil with 0 centimeters of paint. So that would just be the little metal part right at the end of the pencil. Okay, find the 5-number summary for the data below. Do not use a calculator. So the first thing I need to do is put them in order. So let's see, I see 12 first. And then, let's see, in my, I guess, 50s, so 51, 55, 55. 62, 65, 72, and then 76, and then 78, 72, 76, 78, 79, and then 83, 85, 91, and 93. So to find the 5-number summary, I need to find the median, the minimum, Q1, Q3, and the maximum. So the minimum is 12. Q1 equals something. The median equals Q3 equals, and the max is 93. The median, so I'm going to cross off to find the middle. So it's going to be right in the middle of 72 and 76. So that's 74. Now to find Q1, I'm going to include 72 and 76. So cross off. So Q1 is 55. And then Q3 is 83.